Hey, this is Patrick Ralston, Director of the Arkansas Arts Council, operating from my remote base here in North Little Rock. And I am setting up things here so that we can bring on other folks on board. There's Robin McClay, and she's probably the first person I want to bring on. And let's see, there's Robin. And so I want to see if Robin wants to be in my video. So let's see if we can get her join up here. Come on, Robin, let's go. Send me another request, Robin. Let's get this thing started. Meantime, let me catch you all up on what's going on. We are still the Arkansas Arts Council. We are still working about 2/3 of our time remotely, but we are maintaining an office presence now. All of us cycling through the office, properly socially distanced, usually about 2 at a time. As I think a lot of you have found that even when we were operating remotely, we have continued to be available to everybody, and so all our programs are progressing normally. We are getting ready as of today to we're going to start notifying within the next few days our grant recipients for our regular arts and education grants, our general operating support grants, and our collaborative project support grants. And we have a link there if you're interested in any of our grants. If you're not involved in our grant programs, then I encourage you to check out our page, arkansasarts.org, and we have all the information there on all of our grant categories. And I encourage you, if you have an arts organization, if you're a nonprofit 501c3, certainly we encourage you to get in touch with us, talk about what you're doing in your community and how can we help. I think during the pandemic we've met a lot of folks out there that we didn't know were in Arkansas. I mean, that we had not had contact with, and that's a great thing. I mean, I guess if there's any kind of silver lining, it's the fact that we have met a lot of friends, made a lot of friends, and so I really encourage you to get to know us, get to know your area, your district. Arts Advisory Council members. There are 2 per district, and you can find a map of the districts again at our website, arkansasarts.org. And so we just we've really, I feel like the continuity of our programs has really been maintained well in the last 6 months. We have done our best to keep all our grant programs on track. We have continued to do panel review of our grants. We've continued, just yesterday we had an arts and education roster panel to review applications for the arts and education roster, and that went quite well. Drika Morning, our arts and education manager, handled that. And I want to say that the staff of the Arkansas Arts Council has, we are a small 8-person staff, but that's including me. I have to say that they have done amazingly well. We're a small, nimble organization. We don't have a huge budget, but we work a lot with a lot of partners, and we've managed to keep this train on the tracks, and we keep our programs going. And I'm just excited that you all still tune in every week to learn what's going on. So I am trying to multitask here, and I'm trying to get my guest, Robin McClay, to get her brought in, because she is our artist services program manager, and so she is going to talk a little bit about our artist services program. And but I am, as we've had in the past, apparently some difficulty in actually getting her invited. So anyway, I'm not going to stop because of that, but I'm definitely going to encourage her to send another a request. In the meantime, if anybody else wants to try to send me a request to be on camera, I would invite you to. I'm interested in talking to whoever. We'll just kind of do an open mic here. I may regret that, but I don't think so. Speaking of open mics, there's Mike Means, representing South Arkansas Arts Center in El Dorado. It's one of our major arts partners here in Arkansas. They do, Laura Allen and her team down there do an amazing job. We had a Arts Advisory Council meeting there back in the before days. That was February, I think like February 20th. We had our meeting down there. It was amazing touring the Murphy Arts District, seeing some performances there the night before. It's an amazing investment in that community that the local folks have done. Certainly Murphy USA and the Murphy Foundation. We've seen it's just you see exactly what a community can do when it has corporate sponsors, a lot of corporate support, and a lot of philanthropic support, and so and local investment. And certainly you look at organizations like the South Arkansas Arts Center. They have also benefited from having this increased focus on the arts in the community. They continue to do an amazing job. They're a hub for so many of the arts teaching artists in South Arkansas. And so again, all that to say, thanks for tuning in, Mike, and say hi to everybody at South Arts. So anyway, we everybody, if I'm checking my list here. I see Anthony Tidwell is tuned in. Anthony, of course, the Governor's Arts Award recipient for 2019. He runs Cutwell for Kids, which is just an amazing summer and after-school program for the arts for kids in his community, and he's one of the good guys. He stands for the arts in Hot Springs, and we just appreciate you being down there. I know that you have been working hard this summer, Anthony, even during the pandemic, doing a lot of Zoom classes, and that's just, a lot of people have just not stopped due to this pandemic. When things got rough, I guess when things get tough, the tough get on Zoom or whatever. But anyway, glad to see you here, Anthony. Hope everything's well down there. Say hi to all my friends in Hot Springs. But let's see. Now I have Scarlett Sims. We're going to see if I can get Scarlett to join me here. Come on, Scarlett. Says I already have a guest in the broadcast, which is is not true, but I wish that it were. So, but anyway, so here I am, live without a net, sitting in my studio. Again, once we begin to work out some of the kinks in this relatively new medium of Facebook live stream, and especially the split screen effect, that the cooperative, collaborative portion of it, then I really do want to start doing some on location stuff. We will be, I'm not, I don't know if you will take this as a promise or a threat that I might be trying to do some artist studio tours, properly socially distanced, but it's I'd like to get out and kind of take you all with me, and see, that's really part of the job that I really enjoy, is being able to join artists in the space where they work. I think that's the most interesting. I think the spaces where they work, and I can't speak for mine here because it's pretty much always like this, but I can tell you that we are, one of the things I just love is seeing, where people create, and a space that is built and built and used to create is a special space indeed. Most artists are scrounging for space anywhere they can do it, and so there aren't many folks that have the luxury of space. And so I'm interested in people's broom closets, or where your studio in a broom closet, your printing station in your garage. So I'll just throw that out there. If anybody is interested in me busting in on your space, kind of like Guy Fieri, you don't have to cook for me, but I might just come out, and because just like everybody else, I've been housebound. It's just me and the dog. You've met the dog. So anyway, thinking about doing that. So that's just me thinking out loud. So anyway, if you'll notice down here in the comments as they scroll up, we have a link to our Arkansas Artist Registry. The Artist Registry is for visual artists, and it is a registry. It is simply in its simplest form, what it is an opportunity for you to have us create a space on our website for you to display 4 or 5 of your photographs of your works, a bio, basically your artist statement, and a little information about yourself, and a link to your own website if you have one, whether that be on your Facebook page, or whether that be you may have your own domain. And so I encourage you that if you haven't already, and you are a visual artist, that you need to take advantage of that. You need to get in touch with Robin McClay, our Artist Program Services Manager, Artist Services Program Manager, pardon me, at our website, arkansasarts.org. And so I am, check her out. She can guide you through it, but most of the process is online. And unlike back in the bad old days when I first got on the artist registry, you don't have to supply actual slides on slide film. You can actually upload your images. So that's a good thing. Tell me, it was a hassle back in the day. And join the Arkansas Artist Registry. Get on there. We have 900 plus people on the registry. I'll tell you what it does. It is a database that is often used by interior designers, architects, other folks who are folks who are needing access to Arkansas creatives. And so if you have your work there, you could very well just be contacted by someone who is interested in your work. is purchasing for a project or just looking for something new. There's Robin's email address there in the contacts, and you can get a hold of her, and she can kind of wave you through the process. And I have to admit that I have let, it's been several years, I have let my artist registry listing lapse, and I need to follow my own advice, and I need to get mine back on there. So it's collectors love the registry, and so those of you who are wanting to push some traffic to your own website or to your own Facebook page, wherever, to push traffic to where, to show your work off, to definitely make sure that you get on the registry, and you also get on a mailing list. You'll be on our email list. You'll receive our monthly update, and anytime there are calls for submission for artists for exhibitions, there are a lot of those going on right now online, and we push them all out to our artist registry, and so a lot of benefits for it. It also makes you eligible to submit your work to Small Works on Paper, which is our annual exhibition that we do. We have just received the jurors selection for the 2021 Small Works on Paper exhibition, traveling exhibition. And so we will be talking more about that soon. We'll be sending out notifications. In the next few weeks, we'll be revealing who those artists are. And so we are, in fact, actually, they've already been notified. So we will do notifications here in the next few weeks. So. And we're excited about that. In the middle of a pandemic, the fact that we can still keep a traveling exhibition going is exciting. Obviously, it's a challenge for our venues, as it was in 2020, as it has been this year for the 2020 exhibition. We're continuing to try to schedule things in a way that they can be viewed safely, and I know that's can be a challenge, but we are excited by the possibility that our exhibition will be traveling the state next year, and that I know that our partners around the state that host that exhibition will be presenting them in a way that provides maximum safety, optimum safety for visitors. But we would love for you to see those works. They always, every year, represent a beautiful cross section of the visual art portfolio in the state of Arkansas, and I'm a huge fan of a lot of the genres that often are featured in Small Works, whether it's collage or photography, watercolor, which I have never been any good at. I have experimented in watercolor. I'm definitely more of a mixed media and photography guy. Collage is something that I enjoy, and so I love, those are just the things that I love, but there are so much more. All of it works on paper, just as the description says. So anyway, let's see, and I got messages coming down here. My staff is reminding me that Small Works on Paper will be in real life on September 24th. Find the schedule on the website at arkansasarts.org under our programs tab. So the 2020 exhibition will be back live again. It's been sitting in storage for a while, but we will be back on the road on the 24th. So anyway, we're in a new fiscal year, state fiscal year, and so that means that we are still looking at ways to continue to get grant funds out there. We continue to have our we continue to fund our mini grants, arts and education mini grants, which are short-term artist residencies for schools and nonprofit organizations. Now that school is back in session, whether it's a virtual program or a live program, however you are doing that and however you feel safe, then we have artists that are ready to offer residency programs of up to 10 days for that. And so check with us again, arkansasarts.org, and check out under our grants or mini grants. We do have opportunities there for that. Another mini grant program that we have is the lifelong learning program, our lifelong learning mini grants. And those cover both senior centers, programs offered to senior centers, senior citizens, retirees in Arkansas, which is certainly a large part of our population. But also, and this is the one that we rolled out this past year and we're especially proud of, and that is our veterans programs. If you are an artist who works with nonprofit on veterans service, veterans art programs, if you are a veteran service center or any kind of a community service center that is a community service organization that is providing services to veterans populations, we want to talk to you. These are mini grants that are targeted at putting artists who have experience working with veteran populations with veterans organizations and funding residencies out there. We've worked extensively just this year with the Veterans Administration, with several local veteran service centers, and this is a program that I think is really going to take off in the next year, especially as we have with the challenges that we have. And as we do more online programs, but this need is great. We are nearing 250,000 veterans in Arkansas, most of whom are veteran. Let me back up. It's veterans and active duty, but our active duty populations are fairly limited in Arkansas. So most of those folks are veterans, and I would say that that is a constituency that is probably going to be to 250 or 260 by the end of this decade. And so certainly with these people who have served our country admirably, they too are in need of a variety of arts programs. And fortunately, we have some really great artists, visual artists, performing artists, musicians that already work with us and specialize in veterans programs, and so I want to continue to build that program and build that service, and I want you all to help me out. So give us a holler. Janet Perkins is our community services, community development program manager at the Arts Council, and you can get a hold of her at her email is on our website. You can get it in our staff directory, and that is at arkansasarts.org, and she can talk to you about those programs and what you need to do and how to apply. So always excited to see a new partner come into those programs. So let's see here, Governor's Arts Awards. We've got a link there for we are currently taking nominations for the Governor's Arts Awards, and you can see that we have a link here. If you are interested in a nomination, in submitting a nomination, I encourage you to do that. And the deadline to nominate is September 4th, so it's coming up. And but this again, I get sad when I tell you this story. This year we actually, as a staff, went remote the week before the Governor's Arts Awards, the luncheon at the Governor's Mansion. The Governor's Mansion, which I think was a prudent decision, canceled the event, and just as the pandemic was first reaching Arkansas, and I'm glad we did, but sadly, that's kind of the high holy day for the state of art, for the arts in Arkansas, and so I always enjoy seeing everybody there, and having the governor come. He never disappoints when it comes to talking about the importance of the creative economy in Arkansas. So again, but the Governor's Arts Award is a series of categories, and where we ask for nominations to honor those folks who who stand tall in the community and in bringing the arts to all Arkansans, whether they are corporate they're corporate supporters, corporate art supporters, philanthropists, whether they are artists themselves, and there's also the jurors or the sometimes honor for panelists or jurors' choice. So anyway, we are always excited to see who gets nominated every year, and it never fails to be an amazing set of people. As I said, Anthony Tidwell, who I mentioned earlier, was nominated and was honored in 2019. We've had Murphy USA. The corporation was a corporate honoree last year, and so we're just we're so happy to have that level of support in our community. But get your nominations in now, because September 4th is coming up fast, and so it's just something that we want to continue. I don't know if we will have a luncheon this year, but we will certainly have and at least if not a luncheon in March, we will have a virtual celebration of those people. They deserve our respect, they deserve our support, and they deserve to be honored. And anyway, so get them in. Speaking of people who deserve our support, and speaking of celebrations that we sadly had to cancel, we had to cancel the Living Treasure reception. We have our annual Arkansas Living Treasure Award, where we honor a person who is a master in their craft, in their traditional craft. And that's a program that has gone on now for, I want to say we're in our 19th year, but Robin will be able to correct me on that. But this year's Arkansas Living Treasure, the 2020 Arkansas Living Treasure recipient, is Michael Warwick, who is a metal sculptor with an amazing breadth and scope of work. He is a rock star among metal sculptors, and in Arkansas, and he's in the arts community. He has rabid student fans, and that have been on me, and rightfully so, to make sure that just because the pandemic canceled we had to cancel his reception, but we're going to make sure that we honor Michael and give him his due. And so what we have decided to do is on October 8th, we will conduct a virtual reception and gallery tour of Michael Warwick's work. It'll include an artist talk about some of his works. There will be some. You'll have an introduction from me, and I think we'll have some other VIPs drop in on us, and we are just excited to finally be able to honor Michael and celebrate his amazing work. And so it's again, it's check, save the date. That's the evening of it's 5 p.m. on October 8th, and we will be honoring him. And so tune in, and it's going to be fun. So it's virtual, so there won't be an open bar, but other than that. What else have we got? There's Scarlett. So disappointing that I can't get Scarlett to dive in here with me, but I have, it's just, let's see. Oh well. Anyway, technology, what do you do? So we are, again, continuing to collect works from our K through 12 students, even as they go back to school, even if you are in a virtual classroom, or even if you are back in the real classroom. We encourage submissions whenever you can from our K through 12 students. Send us pictures of what you're doing. Whether it is, we just like to hear what our K through 12 students are doing out there, and that means that you can send us pictures of send us pictures of your visual art. You can send us videos of how you make your visual art. You can send us videos of how you create. Send us videos of your drama class. Videos of your performance. Anything. I'm virtually anything that you're doing out there. We are interested. If it is in some way related to the arts, we would love to see it. We are always looking for material. We're always looking to celebrate the arts in Arkansas. The way we do that is mainly by keeping in touch with you, and I want to keep this channel open, and I want everybody to keep submitting. We've had some great and amazing works that have been featured, and I want to just continue to celebrate our young artists. Not only our young artists, but also the classes that they're in. Celebrating our art instructors out there, our art educators, our teaching artists, our art teachers, our drama classes, our visual art classes, you name it. This is the time to celebrate this work, because in a lot of ways, the arts, for many of you that I've talked to, in a period of uncertainty, in a period of pandemic, I know that creating has been a refuge for you, and I encourage that, and I celebrate that, and I know that the staff here joins me in saying that we want you to continue. We want to hear from you. We want, we share your concerns, your burdens. We just want to hear from you, and if there's an artist out there that that you think needs to get involved in our programs, I definitely refer them to us or refer us to them. We're always interested in adding to the family. This for me, there's a lot of family dynamic involved in it. There's been a lot of as we have become kind of an online organization here in the last 5 months. I've spent quite a lot of time on the phone with you all. So many of you spent a lot of time in texting and emailing, talking about problems, solutions. There's a lot of family therapy here that goes on with us, and it's been beneficial to me, and it's been beneficial, I think, to a lot of other folks. We're trying to direct folks best we can to fine services, artistic and otherwise. And anyway, it's good to know. For me, it's just good to know what's going on, and so keep in touch. You can get a hold of me on Facebook. You can get a hold of me or Scarlett or the rest of the staff at through our email, our website again, arkansasarts.org, or you can talk to us through our Facebook page, Arkansas Arts Council, which I think most of you are watching this on. But anyway, it's exciting. It's exciting to have all of you here, and it's just good to be in a group and to support each other. So Marcus Crutchfield is here, and I mean, I'm always happy to see his name. He's an active participant in these conversations. Oh, let's see, I don't want to leave anybody out here. There's Ashley Pauline Moore from, she works at the Wingate Foundation. Wingate Foundation is a great partner of ours. They help fund our arts and education grants every year. Some of those will be going out in days, not weeks, days. So anyway, good to see you here, Ashley. I hope tell everybody, Pat and Robin and everyone over at the Wingate Foundation, I said hi. And so with that, I think my time has come to an end. My gosh, we've gone 40 minutes. I've talked. I hope I haven't said too many times, but trying to improve my presence here. I'm sorry that we once again have not been able to do our split screen like Robin and I have tried, but we will be doing that soon. We may have a guest host the next time. May have to bring Robin on and let her conduct her own broadcast. I don't think you all would fuss about that too much. She's pretty good. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Till then, keep creating, keep working, keep safe, and just keep talking to us about what you're doing. Show us that you're okay. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.